Breakfast with Cobb Colville.
Trickstar Radio.
13 minutes past 8 here on Trickstar Radio. We have a very special guest in the building this morning. Man like Ceezlin joins us. Are you slowly but surely waking up?
I'm awake, man.
You're
I'm an early bird.
You're proper early. You know what? I always ask it on the second one because obviously it's a very warm room, and I often find it takes people like a 5-10 minute period to acclimatise to the fact that it's very warm in this room.
Yeah.
I don't find being super warm wakes you up. I think it's the opposite. It makes you kind of drowsy. It makes you kind of go like, ugh. Anyway, that one I believe is you were saying it's the first track off. It's the first track off Oblivion.
Yeah, Ratchet. Yeah, Ratchet.
Which is amazing. The whole layout of the album looks really, really good. I want to talk about before we get into the album specifically, though, is the fact you seem so much more active this year than in previous years. What's been motivating you to stay so active compared to previous years?
Probably my fans and my mates.
Yeah.
Because I left it 2 years of not making any music and not putting out any music. Just I was sick of it.
Why are you sick of it?
Didn't have anything to write about. Spending too much the previous years to that 2 year gap. Just too much time in the studio.
Okay.
You run out of stuff to write about.
Okay, so it was literally there's no experiences left to kind of pen to jot down. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
End up writing about 4 walls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just had to live a little, and then it was nice just having a break from music as well. I was still really active doing shows, to my surprise, still getting bookings for stuff I've released in 2013, which baffled me, but I was still taking the shows, so that was good. But it was nice to have some time off, just chill out of my missus, my family, my friends. Do
actual life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do some life stuff.
Yeah, played football for a bit.
Yeah, I've seen this. I want to talk about football a little bit later on as well. I've played with you once or twice, and you are a baller, I've got to say.
Yeah, nice.
So how are you managing to stay motivated this year? Is there any studio techniques you're going when you're in studio? Are you spending less time in the studio and just going to record, or are there any or is it just back to how it was?
It's more so I've got more people I'm working with now, so they're motivating me, and there's a little bit of pressure. Come on, we need to get this project finished. We're nearly there. So that helps, because otherwise, everyone will tell you I'm one of the worst people to make excuses to not go to the studio.
Okay.
I'm out, or I've got to do this, or I've just got back from work. I'll always make an excuse. But when I'm up for it, I'm so up for it. I'm up for it more than anyone else is. But yeah, having projects on the go with other people has definitely helped me to be more active, definitely. And also, I'm sitting on so much music that I haven't released, and it needs to go out. I remember we went round Bones' yard one time.
Yeah, I remember
that. Played you loads of tunes. They're still unreleased. So
they're all still sat there on that computer, waiting to be released.
Yeah, they need to go out.
How would you think you'll find a way to get all of them out then? Have you got any plans to release this massive archive of stuff? Or?
Yeah. So I'm going to do another mixtape, hopefully before the end of this year. There's a couple other releases that are being worked on, which we'll talk about. But hopefully I can get the mixtape done before the end of this year. But yeah, just when I play into people and seeing the reaction and them saying, why haven't you put it out?
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I said when I came around as well. I was like, I don't understand why this isn't out there yet.
Yeah.
And it's true, but it is easy to end up sitting on music.
Yeah.
It's very easy, unless you're being driven and you have a direct plan for everything you're doing. You can make a banger but not know what to do with it.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. Right, I want just again, before we actually talk about Oblivion, because I am going to talk about it, but I might talk about it after this the next tune, which is my favourite tune on there next. So I want to look at this TV sort of business. This is news to me. What's going on?
Yeah, so for a number of years I've been working with a few producers, and I work, I guess, for this company called Extreme Music, and they're a library label. So they give you a brief on what they want a song to sound like. You send it to them, and then they pitch it to TV games, TV shows, computer games, movies, trailers, adverts, all sorts.
So it's got stuff being made specifically for sync, essentially.
Yeah.
Wicked.
And the money is stupid.
Yeah.
I wish I'd done that earlier, you know what I mean?
So is this something you're actively involved in every day, or is it something that when you get the call you'll go and do?
Yeah, it's not an everyday thing. I'll get a brief maybe once a month, or I don't know, once a fortnight, going to the studio. And the thing is, the songs, they're so easy to write because they're giving you the brief.
Oh, so you're not even having to come up with the inspiration, you're basically having to
not really, yeah.
expand on what's already been given.
We want a song that's about I don't know, rebelling against the system, or we want a song that's going to be used on a football documentary. So it's kind of, it does have to work for you.
It's a lot of the time people would be like, I don't want to be told what to do, I don't want to be told what to write, but do you actually find it to be like, it makes it easier?
Yeah, because then when I'm doing those kind of tracks, they're not tracks that I'm going to release out like with my name and push to my audience. It's a job. Yeah. So it does make it easy, and it makes it fun as well. It's like a little bit of a task, and what's the the thing that they put on horses so they can't see that way?
Visor? Is it a visor?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But you kind of just have the tunnel vision. You don't get distracted and start thinking of other ideas. It's just like, right, I know what I've got to do, I know what I've got to write about, boom. And the work gets done so quick. Like, we'll do 2 or 3 songs in like an hour session. Wow. So
wicked though. I mean, I've never actually spoken to someone who's done actual TV sync in that sort of scenario. You know what I mean? I think it's an interesting area. Something I like to push a lot on this show as well is this kind of idea that you can have a career full time in music. You can have a career in music without necessarily being a full-time musician. Yeah. You know what I mean? I can't remember who I was having this chat with Harry Robinson, I think, a couple last week, I think it was, and we were saying like there's so many little jobs and little like things that you can get involved in that are still making music, but they're not necessarily being the artist at the forefront of it a lot of the time. So let's have a brief look at Oblivion then before we jump into this tune, and we'll have a full look at it afterwards. How did it come together? How long has it been in the works?
I think it took 2 months. So Scissors has gone travelling now for the unforeseeable future. We're not sure when or if he's coming back. Okay. So he's always planned to go travelling with his missus. I think they're in like Machu Picchu at the moment. And I said to him, before you go, we got to do some more music. And he was up for it. And he already had a release planned of just instrumentals, which would have been Oblivion without any bars on. Wow. Or pretty much there enough. So he sent me all the beats, and then it was just a process of doing maybe 1, 2, 3 tracks at a time, just on a Friday or a Saturday. Go around his. The process is always the same. Get the Estrellas out, maybe 1 or 2 shots, and then just get to recording, finish recording, listen back to the tunes, and we always make sure we make like a funny song as well. Okay. Just to kind of
during every session.
Yeah, like at the end, just make like a joke song, just like a silly country western song.
Okay.
Or like remix someone's vocals over like a completely different genre or something like that.
Okay, is that to kind of like break it up from the sort of like, because recording can get monotonous.
Yeah, the main thing I think why me and Scissors get on so well, not just with music, just as mates, is because we love having a laugh. Okay. Like we love taking the mick out of people, taking the mick out of ourselves, and it makes it a lot easier to work with. So that's kind of our ritual. Okay, we get the beers out, make the tunes, and also make sure you have a laugh.
Have some fun with it at the same time. I mean, it's true. It is easy to kind of lose track of the fact it is a fun thing to do. That's it. Especially when you're working to a schedule a lot of the time. We're going to jump into Dream State. This one is my personal favourite off the album. I just like the fact it's so different and the fact it's so unique. We're going to jump into this one. It's just gone 21 minutes past 8 here. We're live on Trickstar Radio at Trickstar BTN at Cub KXVU. What's the at for Ceezlin? Is it just Ceezlin? Yep. On all socials? On all socials. Good stuff. I love it when it's the same one across all socials.
So much easier.
Makes life so much easier. Let's go.
Waking up Brighton.
Breakfast with KXVU.